versus Fremont.
Yes. It's a very important game, catching their first win in the first round, or second round, against American Fork, winning 3-0. Win each of those sets decently unsurprising win, dominant wins. And so now, second round versus Fremont. They were actually on the court in front of us during the game against American Fork. But, I didn't really watch it because I was just working the camera the whole time. Well, the regular camera, not the zoom-in camera.
First point of the game, Aaliyah McDaniel, number 17. And now we will have Molly Mitchell, number 7, for the serve. And just to clarify, Pleasant Grove is on the right side in the all-blue jerseys, and Fremont is on the left side in the black and blue.
I assume every team only brought one set of jerseys to this tournament because they, if you don't get out first round like American Fork did, I assume they just left. Why would you stay for the whole thing after you lose, especially in the playoffs? Not a great feeling. But they did have to play Pleasant Grove, who's been a formidable opponent all year, ranked number 1 in the state after a 27-win season, right?
I believe so, yes.
I'll pull up their max preps real quick.
26-3.
Silver Wolves tied it up at 1 in the first set here.
We'll have number 4, Sadie Parrish, on the Fremont Wolves.
Back down, that was slammed by Tatum Nilsson right into the face of Fremont and landing straight downwards. So Fremont's attempt to block did not work, and that is going to lead to the Vikings getting another point here, but, it's still tied 2-2.
Number 13, Caitlin Stalder with the serve now for Pleasant Grove. And that will be an ace. And that is number 13 of the day for the Pleasant Grove Vikings.
Yes, and you see the Pleasant Grove bench stand up, and do the Cristiano Ronaldo Sui celebration for that. I don't really know where that came from. And Fremont smacks it right into the net, stuffs it right in their own face, and cannot put it over. So, PG, Boston, you've been commentating games all year. This is my first volleyball game, and it's in the state tournament. Been just locked in on football for basically 10 weeks straight. So what is the story of this PG team? Like, what made them come to be as this dominant of a force?
So some of our main players that really contribute the most are number 44, Tatum Nelson, as she is 6'5", the tallest on the team, and by far has the best hitting percentage. I believe right now she has a 0.324 hitting percentage. I could be a little wrong with that, especially with what has been going on in the first game of the state tournament, as we have not updated our scores to that. And I believe she had a .324 hitting percentage, which is the best on the team and also one of the best in Pleasant Grove's region. And some of our other dominant players for serving, definitely Caitlin Stalder, number 13, as she has the most aces by far. She has, I think, above 40 now.
Yeah.
So she has definitely been one of our best dominant threats for serving, as well as right now number 17, Aaliyah McDaniel, as just in the last game, she got 3 or 4 aces on her own.
Yeah.
And she is also one of our best hitters.
Yeah, just right there, her serve was actually overshot decently to make it 6-4. And we just saw Ellie Carver sub out. I actually don't know the substitution patterns of volleyball. Like, what's the idea with it? Like, is it just from tiredness, kind of like basketball, or is it in strategies, like different sort of lineups,
Yeah, I believe it can be both. Like, if someone, while jumping for a block or for a spike, could roll an ankle or just get tired after a couple of plays and you sub out then. Or if possibly certain players work really well together, such as number 2 Avery Valgardson and number 44 Tatum Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of the more dynamic duos of the team.
So Addison Beck, number 40, she actually launches it.
Yeah, Addison Beck and Tatum Nelson have been our 2 best hitters, as Tatum Nelson can really just swing back because she's just so tall. She has such a large wingspan as well.
Yeah.
So she can really get back and cut it down.
Well, really what I'm impressed with is their jumping ability. Addison Beck really gets up there. She's 6 foot, but, you know, that net's decently high. I don't actually know how tall the net is in volleyball, but she gets right over. She's way higher than it and can just smack it down as hard as possible, and it lands, and it usually causes a point to happen. Right now, as far as I can see, we're playing Fremont, right?
Yes.
Fremont's strategy right now is they're kind of hitting it really light when Tatum gets up there to block, because Tatum's such a formidable force that, you know, they go up there, they smack it lightly, and it just falls down to the floor, and that's an automatic point for them because we hit it and then it hits our floor. So I think that's kind of an interesting strategy that they've already implemented, probably off of film, because I don't believe we even played these guys in the regular season.
Yeah, I don't think we ever played Fremont normal season, and now when we're playing them, they're really switching up fast to really get around what we've been able to do. As you said, Tatum Nelson is like the blocker on the team.
Yeah.
And I believe at the end of regular season, she had, I think, 75 blocks, which was by far the highest on the team. I believe number 2 was Avery Valgardson, number 2, and she had, I'm pretty sure it was around 40.
Yeah. So looking at it, Avery Valgardson, she's going to play at Sully Community College, and Tatum Nelson has committed to play at Utah State. I don't know if it's a walk-on or scholarship, but either one's impressive to me because you're becoming a collegiate athlete. So sometimes there might be a stigmatism against walk-on athletes, but I think walk-ons are actually quite impressive anyway compared to other. And you can see number 44, Tatum, is just towering over everybody else in that huddle right there. It's kind of almost unreal, but it's super cool. Daughter of a principal here at PG, so, you know, it's a very connected family in Pleasant Grove.
Wolves take their first timeout as Pleasant Grove leads by 5, 11-6. As coming out of this, we'll have number 2, Avery Valgardson with the serve.
And it is absolutely stuffed by Fremont to get their point. Number 7, Molly Mitchell, smacked it right in there.
You have, I believe that was number 32 on Fremont, Maya Jensen with the serve.
That ball spiked way out of bounds by Pleasant Grove, so really they're starting to, Fremont's keeping close. Some of those sets against American Fork, they really just pulled away very quickly. Quick score from PG as Fremont dives, cannot hit it.
Number 40, Addison Beck will take the stand as she gets the serve, now 12-8. Pleasant Grove leads by 4.
We apologize if the scoreboard's ever wrong.
And she picks up an ace, number 14 for Pleasant Grove. Addison Beck with the serve again. Hard hit by Molly Mitchell, but it ends out of bounds for a Fremont point. We have number 9, Atlee Mitchell on the Fremont Wolves with the serve.
These Mitchells blocked, but saved by PG.
Blocked again.
Valgardson, not Valgardson, sorry, that was McDaniel. Absolutely stuffed by Fremont right there, and Fremont is not letting this game get away from them. They have come this far. They are not going to go down without a fight.
Atlee with the serve again. Molly Mitchell picking up a point there for Pleasant Grove, now 14-10.
You know, something that might go unnoticed is actually how these players are focusing on the whistle, not distracting them from other courts. These guys are surrounded by 3 other games. These whistles are loud enough, and they keep confusing me about whether or not there was a foul. Like, I don't know if there can be a foul or an illegal serve. I haven't really seen one. The game just kind of happens, you know. But I guess I'm too wired with basketball where when I hear a foul or a whistle where I think it's like a foul or violation, it kind of confuses me. And, you know, props to these players. They're not being confused at all. And, of course, this is their sport, so, you know, they best be knowing it. It's 15-11.
While Jack was talking there, number 7, Molly Mitchell, picks up another ace. Number 15 for Pleasant Grove. And as I was saying that, Tatum Nelson brings it down for the point. Now it's 16-11.
Yeah, an absolute bomb from Tatum Nelson right into the face of Fremont. And it just, again, kind of like they're blocking, but their arms are angled in a way that makes it just bounce down right into their court.
And something with Tatum Nelson is just because she can get up so high, she can angle the ball down so low that it gets in their arms, like in the blocker's arms, and just can go straight down and make it so she really can't get blocked that easily or that often.
Yeah.
Number 13, Caitlin Stalder on the Pleasant Grove Vikings with the serve. Aaliyah McDaniel, number 17, with the hit. Well, number 13, Caitlin Stalder with the amazing diving save there at the beginning.
Aaliyah McDaniel, a senior powder puff legend. More on that in just a minute.
Blocked by Tatum Nelson and Avery Valgardson.
Kind of looks like a double hit to me, no call. And that it ends up in a PG point anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but I assume it kind of just hit someone else's arms really quickly, but looks like either double hit or 4 hits on their side, uncaught by the referee. And that miscommunication for Fremont causes an out of bounds.
Caitlin Stalder with the serve again. Blocked by Tatum Nelson. Put back
Tatum,
over
that
again.
is just easy pickings for Tatum right there. Unreal.
Tatum Nelson being the only other person, other than Caitlin Stalder with the serve, the only other person touching the ball that entire time, that she blocked it once and just immediately put it back over twice. And Caitlin Stalder picks up an ace as well, number 16.
Big news. So that early competition with Fremont is not being evaporated, but you know, once a team enters the 20s, it starts to become a little bit of a you know, catch-up game, especially now they're down 11 scores.
Now 12.
Now 12.
23-11 as Cassidy Brinton, number 8, made an amazing one-handed save over her back. Great save there by Addison Beck and Cassidy Brinton.
It's like the longest volley we've seen all game.
And that will be tipped out of bounds by the Wolves for a Pleasant Grove point. Which now brings it 24-11. Caitlin Salter, number 13, having the serve on match point.
Bringing it to essentially sudden death here, but only for one side.
Hard hit out of bounds by number 14.
Out of bounds. Yeah, sorry.
Number 14, Olivia Surridge, with the hit there out of bounds, closing the first set 25-11.
That's absolutely insane, you know, looking at how close the game was for the first 11 scores, and then PG Fremont got to 11, it was 11-14, remember, and PG scored 11 more points in a row. That's a lot of 11s that I just said there. And I think Fremont's only lead was actually 1-0. And then it was 2-1, 2-2, and then PG was consistently 2 or 3 ahead until they pulled away right at the end there.
And going back to the last game against American Fork, the Vikings also won 25-11 and came out with a 3-0 sweep. So Pleasant Grove really be looking to get that 3-0 sweep again in the quarterfinals now, going into the semis.
Yeah. So if they win today, this is their last game, right?
The last game of today.
Last game of today. And then tomorrow will be the semis and the finals, depending on the winners of those games as well.
So if the Pleasant Grove Vikings win here today, then at tomorrow 10:30, they will play against another winner of today's matches. And then later on, if they win the semis, then they will go to the final championship at 4 p.m. And in the semifinals, we will play the winner of Syracuse or Corner Canyon. And to start off this second set, Pleasant Grove number 40, Addison Beck, will have the serve.
Immediate points for Fremont as a essentially muffed block there. from PG.
We have number 9, Atlee Mitchell, on the Fremont Wolves with the serve. Barely put back over by Pleasant Grove there. And that is out of bounds for a Pleasant Grove point, now 1-1. Hard hit there, cannot be received by Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, absolute monster hit from Fremont right there.
Number 4, Sadie Parrish. Unexpected by Pleasant Grove. Tipped out of bounds. I believe number 23 hit the net while she was going up for that spike, and it ended up being a Wolves point.
See a quick little snippet of our ad. McDaniel's spike barely saved, but then launched right at the net from Jessica Broadbent. We'll keep this open.
Number 13, Caitlin Salter on the Pleasant Grove Vikings with the serve. Blocked by Tatum Nelson.
Absolutely stuffed by Tatum. They have to keep launching the ball over it into the backcourt. And, you know, it's being received in the backcourt by multiple different good players like Ellie Carver. And Tatum Nelson with that block once again.
Solo block there by Tatum Nelson. Everyone else going around in the backcourt on her own, stuffed it right back into Fremont's face. Tatum Nelson picking up another point by herself there with a hit over the net. Could not be received by Fremont. Now 4-3 as the Pleasant Grove Vikings take the lead. Out of bounds for a Pleasant Grove point. Now 5-3. Caitlin Stalder, number 13, with the serve now. Diving save by Fremont. And it hits the antenna. And it is a Pleasant Grove point. Caitlin Stalder again. And is out of bounds again for a Pleasant Grove point. Now 7-3. Pleasant Grove going on, I believe, a 6-point run here. Is dumped by Avery Valgarson, but barely received. And it's tipped out of bounds. Number 17, Aaliyah McDaniel, picking up the point for Pleasant Grove to bring the lead to 5. Now 8-3. Aaliyah
man,
McDaniel again.
the fake outs from, you see that front line, Valgarson, McDaniel, and Tatum. They all, it's Valgarson serves it. Tatum jumps up for the spike, fakes it, and just lets Aaliyah McDaniel hit it and absolutely bomb it down and cause almost an immediate spike, which is, or immediate fail from Fremont. I don't really know the terms of volleyball that well, I'm sorry.
All good. But yeah, we've definitely seen that all season from Pleasant Grove. Avery Valgarson setting it up, Tatum Nelson with the fake, and then dishing it back over to Aaliyah McDaniel, getting the point.
Mm-hmm.
Number 17, Aaliyah McDaniel with the serve now. Blocked by Tatum Nelson. Aaliyah McDaniel with the serve again. It is blocked again by Tatum Nelson and Avery Valgarson.
And miscommunication on that play.
Cassidy Brinton was a little surprised when it came back here. No one came to help, and the ball just dropped to the floor, no one around it.
Yeah, and Addison Beck kind of stood there waiting and thought maybe she couldn't hit it, but then it was between her and Aaliyah McDaniel, and it was an unfortunate turn of events.
Blocked by Tatum Nelson.
Blocked, hit the head of a Fremont player, and then bounced out of bounds on PG's side, causing a point for PG, but kind of an interesting way for things to happen.
Pleasant Grove now leads by 8, 13-5. As we have number 8, Cassidy Brinton with the serve. Kind of ironic, leading by 8, number 8 serving.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
And that hit was out of bounds by Fremont for a Pleasant Grove point. As the Wolves take their first timeout, we will be right back after this with our coverage of the Utah 6A Girls Volleyball State Championship. This has been PGSN, and we'll be right back. And we are back after this timeout. Pleasant Grove now leads by 9, 14-5. And that cannot make it over the net. Number 7, Molly Mitchell with the block. Now 15-5.
Stuffed by Fremont, but out of bounds to give PG the point. Kind of this playmaking where you go really fast and decide, oh man, do I go? Do I not go? What's happening? I feel like that is super impressive.
And that will fall in. No one there to recover the ball for Pleasant Grove. Gives it a Fremont point, now 17-6. That serve will be out of bounds for a Pleasant Grove point. Hard spike there, cannot be saved. Good attempts by Pleasant Grove, but cannot get it. And that will be out of bounds for Fremont point, now 18-8. Pleasant Grove leads by 10. We'll have number 32, Maya Jensen, on the Fremont Wolves with the serve. Hard hit there by number 23 on the Pleasant Grove Vikings. That was Marley Vieja. Number 40, Addison Beck with the serve now. Cannot be recovered by Pleasant Grove. Short little hit by Fremont there to get it back over. Pleasant Grove now leads by 9, 19-10. That was blocked by Fremont for their point, now 19-11. Hard hit there by number 17, Owe McDaniel for the point. Now 22-11.
We're entering the end game of set 2 with 20 points on the board. You know that it starts to become a different kind of game once 20 points are scored. And they can't. I was actually just about to say, if they can hold Fremont to no more points and score 5 in a row, they'd have an equal score for each set, but immediately they are met by a score from Fremont.
Number 4, Sadie Parrish with the serve on the Fremont Wolves. And that will be out of bounds by Pleasant Grove
Way
for a Wolves
overshot.
point.
Sub, we have Maddie Brown coming in for
Marley Vieja.
Marley Vieja. Nice.
Caitlin Stalder, number 13, with the serve. And that will not make it over the net for a Pleasant Grove point. Now 22-13. And that cannot be saved by Pleasant Grove, making a good attempt there, but could not get it. Wolves number 27 will now have the serve. Jessica Broadbent. And that will end out in a Pleasant Grove point. No one going for the ball on the Wolves. Which now makes it 23-13. OA McDaniel, number 17, with the serve now. Just barely makes it over the net. Hard hit.
Absolutely smacked by Addison Beck. Now we're at 24-14, 1 point away from winning the second set and taking a commanding 2-0 lead in this series.
And Pleasant Grove will win the second set 25-14 after winning the first one 25-11.
Yeah, and taking this commanding 2-0 lead here in this game. Absolutely impressive. What do you got to say?
Pleasant Grove will be looking to take this third set in another 3-0 sweep, just as they did with American Fork earlier today. And I bet hopes are high, spirit is nice, and they're all looking forward to playing more into the semifinals with Syracuse or, Syracuse. I was close enough. Syracuse or Corner Canyon.
That game is being played. Is it on the court above us right now?
I believe so. I believe it's on court number 3.
See them up there playing. We'll be right back.
Coming back to the start of this third set, Fremont will have the first serve of this third set. Atlee Mitchell, number 9, on the Fremont Wolves with the serve, and it will be out of bounds for the first point for Pleasant Grove. Now we'll have number 7, Molly Mitchell, on the Vikings with the serve, and it will also be out of bounds, now making the score 1-1. Going back to Fremont, we now have number 4, Sadie Parrish. That will be put in play. Cannot be received by Pleasant Grove. Attempts by 4 players, but could not get it. We have Sadie Parrish, number 4, again with the serve. Number 44, Tatum Nelson with the hit there and the point, now bringing it 2-2. Caitlin Stalder, number 13, with the serve now. And that is out of bounds for a Fremont point. William McDaniel, number 17, with the serve now. Addison Beck going for the hit, but cannot make it over the net. Now 3-4, the Wolves lead by 1.
What did the horn go off for?
I'm not sure. Hard hit there by number 40, Addison Beck, for the point. Now tying it 4-4. Cassidy Brinton, number 8, with the serve. And is blocked by number 2, Avery Valgardson. Now the Vikings are in the lead 5-4 as we have Cassidy Brinton with the serve again. And is blocked again by number 40, Addison Beck.
PG still playing dominantly on defense for this whole tournament, basically. And that is what's winning them games. I know it's kind of a classic thing for a coach to say defense wins games, but really right here, it's the blocking from Tatum and Addison Beck in the front line that is causing a lot of mistakes from Fremont that is leading to easy points for Pleasant Grove. As Fremont, ironically, well, I said that, scored, but...
Number 14, Olivia Surridge on the Fremont Wolves with the serve.
Ugh.
And is blocked by Avery Valgardson.
Knocked out of bounds by Fremont there to give Pleasant Grove the point. 7-5 here early in this third set.
Number 32, Maya Jensen with the serve on the Fremont Wolves. And that cannot make it over the net as they hit the antenna, giving it a Vikings point. Now 8-6.
Man.
Addison Beck, number 40, with the serve. Hard hit there, goes straight back into the face of Fremont. And again, same player, number 27, just getting bullied out there.
Cannot be saved. The 3 different Fremont players dove for it. Jessica Broadbent is the one who got hit by that heavy ball. And she's wearing the long sleeve white shirt. I'm not sure what that means. Is it captain or server or something like that?
It means that she's their libero.
Which means?
I am still not 100% sure. I just know that means that she's the libero.
All right. So she's the libero because she is wearing the white shirt. Of course, that's what Cassidy Brinton is on our team.
Addison Beck, number 40, with the serve. It's blocked by 2 people 2 times in a row. Number 7, Molly Mitchell.
And it's Maddie Brown as well hitting that over the net.
And that is out of bounds, going straight through the legs of the flag person at the sidelines.
Too hard of a spike from Aaliyah McDaniel. She actually played quarterback for the Powder Puff team for the seniors and dominated. The quarterback for the sophomores, juniors, and faculty could only throw 10 yards max. She was able to throw 40-yard passes. So, quite the athlete Aaliyah McDaniel is. (10-8) here as that ace from Fremont, first of the game for them.
Number 9, Atlee Mitchell with the serve for Fremont. And that's hit out of bounds by Pleasant Grove, which now brings it 10-9. Vikings only lead by 1 point.
Oh, okay. So essentially the libero is the point guard of a volleyball team. Just trying to, if she's going to make blocks, and she's going to serve it to the front people who are going to set up a play. So she's the play setter upper. That's like, it's like true point guard status. Like that is what they're doing. That's what the libero does mostly.
And that serve will be out of bounds, which now brings it 11-10.
Relatively new as well. I don't know how old volleyball is as a sport, but it said introduced as a position in 1998. So volleyball has to be older than that. In fact, that's the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life. Of course it is. And so, I don't know what they did before the libero. I assume it was the same amount of players, but maybe libero wasn't a confirmed position on the court.
Number 13, Caitlin Stalder with the serve now on the Vikings. And she gets an ace. I believe that's number 16 or 17 for the Vikings. Caitlin Stalder again. And that would be hit out of bounds by Fremont for the Vikings point. Now 14-10.
Again, the score is 14-10, not 13-10.
And that will be a Vikings point.
Brings their score up to 15 now. Quick 5-point lead. And here we could potentially see a little bit as we see the Wolves take their second timeout. You know, they're in a dangerous position here. They're in, you know, PG has that commanding 2-0 lead in this series, and already they're doing the same thing they did in the first two games, which is after a very close game for the first 10 scores, all of a sudden PG's making a bit of a pull away as Fremont is stuck at 10, 11, and could possibly make it up to 14 or 15 points, but I don't see them winning this game if they continue to play like they are.
I agree. Pleasant Grove has really came out and shown what a powerhouse that they have been all season long, and what a force that they can be during this tournament, and how badly they want that state title.
Yeah, some people doubted this team just a little bit, like, hey, you know, it was regular season success. You know, of course they're going to make it through the first round, but once they get here, it's a different environment. Some people were betting on this team to lose, but so far, dominant performances in both games. Now Fremont, out of timeouts, has one thing to do, which is play some volleyball and try to complete the first sweep, the reverse sweep, if you will. Of course, that is not the move right there. It smacks it right out of bounds across our entire court.
Kaylin Stalder with the serve, number 13, as Pleasant Grove leads by 6 now, 16-10. Now it will be a point by number 17, Aaliyah McDaniel. And that'll be hit out of bounds by Tatum Nilsson for a Fremont point.
Quick
nice
little reverse I said pass, but kind of spike by Val Gardson in the front. Goes up, and then with like her fist going backwards, hits the ball in an unexpected area, and then it was pure instinct for Fremont, but it does end up in a PG point. 18-11 now is their score.
Aaliyah McDaniel, number 17, with the serve.
And again, maybe they're expecting that huge spike there, so they just do a little bit of a fake out play. And, you know, as much as Fremont thinks they've learned PG's game, they have new tricks up their sleeve all the time, as Ada Beck smacks that one for another point for PG.
And volleyball isn't just a physical sport of jumping and hitting the ball all the time. It's also a psychological sport with the strategy that you play, the players that are on the court, and the team that you're going against. As we saw in the regular season with Pleasant Grove against Lone Peak, as that has been one of our toughest opponents that we've ever played, and that ended up being the first and only regular season loss against any team. And then we unfortunately lost against two other teams in another UVU tournament during the regular season.
Yeah, so region play and non-region play, but that one of our losses came against a team in Idaho that had 36 wins and only one loss. And so I think that's you could scrap that loss out of there. And then we also lost to Bountiful, I believe.
We lost to Bingham.
Bingham, who is the only team that gave that team in Idaho their loss, was Bingham. Absolutely insane. So I think both of those losses you can take with a grain of salt in this moment. Bingham's still in the tournament, I believe. I don't have a bracket with me.
I can look at one right now.
(22-12). Huge lead for the Vikings. Can it be the win to end their day here at the UCCU Center?
Bingham is still in the bracket. They're currently playing Mountain Ridge, I apologize. I was definitely looking at the wrong spot. Later today at 1:30 p.m., so in just about 35 minutes, they will be playing the 3-seed Mountain Ridge on court number 4.
There you go. Look into that for later. I don't know if there are other live streams out there for you to watch that. But we will keep you updated on the PGSN Instagram at _PGSN_. Make sure to tune in there for more updates from us. 23-13, a 10-point lead here for the Vikings.
Pleasant Grove Royal looking to put away this third set. And the Fremont Wolves in the process with a 3-0 sweep, as they've done many times in the past.
Yeah, and you can see here that they're just trying to hold on. Fremont now hit their 14. They've hit their game high against us, or series high, because I think it's really a set of 5 games, not a single game. PG now takes the commanding 24-14 lead. The 24, the elusive sudden death number. PG has to get one more score here to win it. It's improbable for Fremont to come back. It would take 10 straight points, and that would then cause it to be a win-by-2 type of game. Timeout taken. A second from the Wolves, I assume. There was a timeout earlier, so I guess PG took it?
I guess so. Or it was most likely the Wolves' first timeout, and our scorekeeper must have just forgotten to put the second timeout at the start of the set. So I believe that was the Wolves' second timeout. Now looking for the final play, 24-14, Avery Valgartson with the serve. And it will be an ace to close out the game, 25-14. What a way to end it for number 2, Avery Valgartson.
Isn't she the captain?
I'm not sure.
I think she is. Quite an elusive athlete, Avery Valgartson. And so PG wins the quarterfinals, moves on to the semis tomorrow. We'll play Corner Canyon or Syracuse. So find out tomorrow on PGSN. This is
Boston Harding here with
Jack Barnard.
And we will see you tomorrow.